Hello everybody, it's Eamon519 here, and my goodness me, we just finished a 1.2 live stream, or we just did a couple hours ago. I just got home and sorted all my stuff, and together, I've already seen it live while I was at work, but we're going to do a breakdown of it and take a look at it. So, I am going to have timestamp in the comment section down below for some of the stuff that individually take longer, like the start here. We're going to take a look at Escanor's weapon and what each of them do. So feel free to skip through the video depending on what part you find interesting to watch. So let's take a look at first things first. Obviously, we have our GOAT Escanor here. Let's see, do I have the highest quality? I do. Let's take a look at what he does, right? So when we look at his axe, right? His axe is obviously big damage, but how is he going to be doing damage? Well, it seems to be this sunspot explosion passive mechanic. So basically, he grants sunspot to the hero for a set duration when attacking an enemy while flare or fading sun is not active. Now, what are these? We're going to take a look at those in a second, what they are and how you trigger it. But basically, what you need to note is that Escanor has 3 states: neutral, flare, which is a enhanced state, and once flare runs out, he'll turn into fading sun, right? So when he gets into sunspot, which is when he attacks somebody while not in flare or fading, he increases his fire damage and max HP, and max stacks removes sunspot and grants flare. So you have to put this up a certain amount of time. How many stacks we'll see in a bit. And then flare will trigger. Now, what does flare do? Restores HP upon initial gain. So you can basically tank damage just making your way towards flare. And then when you get this big piece of damage here that you're about to get, you'll be able to keep swinging without needing to worry about, oh no, I took a lot of damage and my health is low. Greatly increases fire damage and max HP and decreases damage taken. When flare is removed, he gets fading sun, which decreases his max HP. So this is basically a loop you want to be in, and then while he has fading sun, you basically want to be switching out and putting your buffs up so you can loop it back again. Now, if we quickly go on over to this, his normal attacks, you know, hits up to 5 times, nothing all that special. Here we have his first skill, immune to reaction. We saw this during the live stream. He literally becomes immune to CC. He just stands there and charges his attack, and the enemy can hit him with whatever they want. He does not take damage. Well, he does take damage, but he doesn't flinch. My apologies. So, inflicts increased damage equal to how long you let it charge. And if the charge level's at maximum, and you inflict damage based on the remaining HP when attacking an enemy with Fire Burst activated. Now, that's huge. Remaining HP is always huge because it means you do a ton of damage when they have high HP, and HP percentage is always nice because it scales well with power creep, right? Of like enemies having a ton more HP in the future, it scales very well. So let's take a look at his normal skill. Inflicts damage equal to attack, then additionally gains 2 sunspot stacks. So we talked about that before, when every time you normal attack you gain a sunspot stack. We still have no idea how many stacks he needs to trigger flare, but we'll see. I think we'll see it here maybe. The first hit inflicts damage for ultimate damage equal to that, consumes all magic points, greatly increases damage based on the amount consumed, and then continuously inflicts damage equal to attack within the enemies in range. And when Escanor uses combined attack, his max HP increases even more. That's wild. That's actually insane. Does it actually say somewhere how many stacks he needs to actually go from like sunspot to flare? I don't think it does. Well, you can watch the video back, but we'll probably get those details when we actually see him in game. So that's basically his loop while in axe mode. The first hit inflicts damage equal to attack and deals additional damage based on remaining HP when attacking an enemy with Fire Burst. Yeah. So basically, his big damage comes while in Fire Burst. That's nothing that's shocking. Then next up, we have him... Oh, I don't know why they went back. With his sword and shield combination, at which point he is light, by the way. That's not fire anymore, he's light. Sorry, it's great sword. This is the great sword. So, when he's in light, he increases all ally heroes' damage over time. When attacking a burned enemy, damage increases for every burn stack they have on him, and decreased damage taken from enemies affected by the hero's burn by 15%. Now, I don't know if the hero's burn means specifically Escanor, his burns, or anybody else's, but burn. Inflict damage equal to attack and has a chance to inflict burn for a set duration. Burn inflicts fire damage equal to attack every second and decreases defense each time burn damage occurs. Okay. That's nice. Then next up, oh wow, they skipped over real quick. Inflicts damage equal to attack. When attacking a burned enemy, inflicts 1 weaken for each burn stack on the target for a set duration. And weaken increases their damage over time taken. So, okay, I'm really gonna enjoy using him. Both of these kits so far sound really fun. Inflicts damage equal to attack, then causes burn damage to occur more frequently for a set duration. Okay, that's huge as well. Very nice. And it inflicts damage equal to attack when attacking a burned enemy. Damage increases for every defense reduction stack from burn. This is the ultimate. Inflict fire damage equal to attack every second. Okay, we already know that. Alright, now we have his sword and shield combination, which seems to be fire healing / protection. Let's see what it does. Gains preheat stacks every second while a barrier is active. Preheat increases his defense, and overheat increases his fire damage. I don't know why they already declared overheat here, but let's see. Inflicts damage equal to defense while overheat is active. Inflicts increased damage equal to defense. Special attack grants all allied heroes fire barriers equal to defense for a set duration and inflicts damage equal to defense. While overheat is active, inflicts damage equal to defense. Removes some preheat stacks that increases all allied heroes' fire damage for a set duration. Nice, so he can also be a fire DPS support here. Inflicts damage equal to defense to nearby enemies. Okay. But how do we actually achieve overheat? Okay, more damage, taunts enemies for a set duration, useful in co-op. While overheat is active, inflicts damage equal to defense, removes some preheat stacks and decrease of fire. Okay, but how do we get overheat? Here we go. Gains overheat for a set duration, so it's on his ultimate. Inflicts damage equal to defense while overheat is active. Inflicts damage equal to defense, removes preheat stacks, then deal additional damage equal to defense, then removes overheat. Okay, this one is a bit confusing to me. I'm gonna have to see it in game, because I'm probably skipping over how he can get overheat in the first place. Unless his ultimate cooldown is so low that he can... Well, I mean, it says for a set duration, but we'll see it when we actually get his correct, proper details in-game, because these are all very... These could have been written a lot better. We'll see how he works. But yeah, so that was Escanor's character breakdown real quick. I didn't try to speculate much more because it's just an incomplete kit, right? As of now, there's too much information missing. We have two outfits for Escanor. One here, which is meant for his axe, which increases the duration of flare attacking an enemy while Sunspot is active, has a chance to grant an additional Sunspot, which is huge, by the way. You should definitely be equipping this. Free Sunspot, always good. Using the special attack increases max HP for a set duration, which is really good because that does more damage when you do your ultimate. As you can see, that some of those are new gear sets, if I recall correctly. I don't recognize some of these pieces, so that's very nice. And then we have the other one, which is for his light great sword, which is Burning Sun. Each hit on a burned enemy inflicts additional stacks of defense reduction from burn. Attacking a burned enemy increases holy damage. Very nice, actually. That's... Ooh. I wonder how that's gonna play. The axe and the sword, great sword or whatever it's called, so far seem very fun to me. All right, let's see. These are all. This is armor we already have in the game, by the way. So if you want to like pre-farm, go for it. This is what you need for that. But I'm definitely more interested in this part here. So we have this. Next up, we have exclusive Escanor skin, Sacred Treasure, Rita. Oh. Wow, okay, so we're not just going to get a weapon skin. It seems like we're also going to be getting a character skin. This is that limited banner that's paid only. Once again, I've seen people complain about pay to win skins. First of all, no, just no. That sentence makes no sense. Stop whining. Turn your brain on for a second. This is not pay to win. This is pay to get a skin, and compared to what normal weapon banners in gachas are like, we should be grateful that this isn't actually the Rita weapon that he can equip with some insane passive that works for him, right? We should be happy that it's just a skin and not the actual thing. Alright, so from there, you know, they show some gameplay of him and some stuff about the story, how he gets introduced. We're gonna get a new region, which some people already have seen through glitching out of the map. We're gonna get some new materials here, called like Ghost Orchid, Gleaming Insect Wings, and some other stuff right here. Sunstone Ore is definitely interesting. I am very interested what we're gonna be able to make with that. Next up here we have... Okay, well, if, you know, I would be allowed to... Okay, well, I guess that moment there is a bit further. There it is. Gallant the Troop, a new boss challenge with only Nightmare, Hell, and Abyss difficulties. Nothing lower than that. Weakness to Fire and Wind. Command of Truth periodically applies commandment. Violating the commandment inflicts petrification. Violating the commandment decreases max HP. Complying with the commandment increases your max HP. So this fight, if you're doing it well with the mechanics, will actually buff your Escanor by a lot because more max HP, more damage. Applies commandment to all targets and becomes the Gallant game attacker. Okay. Then performs a powerful attack. The target hit by powerful attack becomes the next Gallant game attacker, greatly reducing damage taken and greatly increasing damage dealt. Okay, so it's like the show. Each of them gets to hit once and is not allowed to run away. So you're not allowed to dodge Gallant's attack during the Gallant game. You have to stand there and tank it. And then you have to hit him back. So that's what it is. Okay, that's really cool. That's a cool mechanic. Alright. I wonder what... Yeah, well, I mean, you get petrified if you don't abide by it. But I do wonder what the consequences of that, beyond that. Like, what attack will you do while you're petrified? A powerful special weapon for fire heroes. Glutinous Soul Axe is here. Passive Flames of Life. Each max HP boost received increases fire damage. Definitely something we should be crafting. I'm definitely going to be pre-farming some of this stuff to make this. Because that just looks insane. Oh my goodness. I did get a 5-star axe though for my Theon. It's kind of sad that I can't use it on him, but it is what it is. Next up we have what we saw before. Here's the new armor. As you can see here, these are the new armor pieces that we need for that new Escanor set. We can see them right here. So these are the ones. Okay, pretty interesting. Let's see how we do it. Dungeon Version Mines, weakness element, new armor set, and life crystal sets added. Okay, that's pretty cool. So these will be able to farm in place, we know. And I think Gallant is going to be a really fun boss to learn how his mechanics work. Next up, we have new accessories, Cursed Pulse accessory set. I think these are like... Yeah, these are from the Gallant fight. So let's see what they do. On 2 pieces, they increase HP. When HP falls below a certain threshold, being hit grants all allied heroes a barrier equal to your max HP. And on 3 pieces, it decreases dark resistance. That 2-piece is definitely something you want. Definitely. 3-piece, it's cool, but I don't know if you really need it, but hey, you might as well for the boost, right? So that's pretty cool. Next up, we have the new endgame mode, Time Space Junction. A lot of people pointed it out. Yes, that feels very Genshin-ish. Eye rolling, I know. But it's not a bad system. So I am very interested to see how this is going to go. I really want to know more about how they reset this. What are the rewards going to be like? But we'll see that in a couple of days. Next up, we have just some more things like the Gallant fight. We have new outfits and engraved equipment making their way over here. I cannot wait to see what they're going to be and what they're going to buff. I'm really excited to see their passives. We're also going to be having a better view now when you're crafting these. We watched yesterday's video about some of the other 1.2 quality of life updates that are coming out tomorrow with the update. My video on that. Make sure to watch it if you haven't already. Next up, we have new pets. Oh, dude, this is actually so exciting. This is so exciting. I love the pets in this game, but this thing right here at the bottom is wild. Here, let me show you all what it does, right? So you have this thing right here, right? Look at what it does. So you make your way over to like some things, and then boom, it destroys everything in the vicinity. That's huge. And it does not actually, looks like it doesn't actually collect the materials, which is a bit sad. It would be cool if it did, but oh my goodness me, I am very, very excited to have that. I hope I'll be able to get that thing. Next up, we're adding a new workbench level. Oh my goodness me, this is going to suck. I am not gonna hold y'all. This is going to suck. But we're gonna have to keep grinding. We're gonna have to keep working. I hope we get more platinum ore in the new region. It seems like mobile mining machine is something we're going to be able to craft from this thing, so that's quite good. I don't know what sunstone is going to be used for, but we'll figure that out. We have sunstone alloy as well. And a new level of HP recovery potion. Thank goodness, we needed one. But oh my god, getting those roots to craft these is a pain in the behind. Okay, let's see. What else do we have after this? A new crafting blueprints, engraved equipment, crafting added. Use dungeon and boss challenge monster materials to craft the armor you want. Yes, so this is something that we spoke about in yesterday's video. Basically, you can use these drops that you get from like the dungeons and the boss challenges and craft armor with them to reduce the amount of RNG of not getting the gear that you actually want. So this is absolutely amazing. I'm a huge fan of this. I'm so happy. Dude, these boots, these damn not these ones. These damn boots over here, man, are the bane of my existence. I can have like a billion of these, but these boots I get like once in a blue moon. So I'm really, really happy about that. Alright, let's keep it going. Next up, continually tracking. Yes, continuous tracking is being added. Preview the actual passives that you get from certain engraved outfits. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Defeat elite boss. Oh yeah, this is also something they mentioned in yesterday's live stream. Yesterday's live stream. In yesterday's patch notes, which I made a video on. Basically, when you're fighting these bosses now and you don't have cube keys, you still have a small chance to get their premium drops just from killing them. No need to use cube keys, which is great, and it gives us a lot more to do when we don't have cube keys anymore than just fighting rabbits around the map for drops. Alright, next up here, we have celebration check-in event rewards. I love this. Look at this. Day 1, a bunch of XP. Day 2, we're going to get half a premium multi. Day 3, we get the flying mount, some gold. That's always nice to get, you know, a bunch of keys. 5, standard banner summons. Proud mustache hawk. This is hawk with an Escanor skin, basically. Can't wait to see if he... Well, he has the firing a sun ability, so that's cool. These right here, I know some people are really, really happy to get these because they're trying to get stuff like the horses, and that can be quite a pain. Right, more ingots. And the ingot chest is really good. I've gotten a few from the battle pass. These give you a lot of things, well, depending on what you select. More keys, more gold, and an engraving seal. Huge, absolutely massive. And then we'll have an event. And when you can go and explore the new region, and by completing missions in the new region, you can get a bunch of rewards like star fragments, a brilliant engraving seal, and an SR magical shard. I don't expect that these are gonna be more than one, by the way. Probably a half a multi of this. Maybe a full multi, maybe I'm being ambitious, but half a multi at least, probably. And a cool Escanor Tavern skin. Right, new team recommendations. Share your team setups, ideas for Escanor. Get a chance to win 1,000 fragments. Follow and repost for a chance to win 3,000 fragments for those who want to participate in that. And last but not least, if you log into the game right now, you get a bunch of rewards. After the update, you get a bunch of rewards. And we have 2 brand new codes right here. Escanor in Origin and Lion Sin is back. So make sure to redeem these as soon as you can. We don't know how long these last. I don't know at least how long these last. So yeah, please go ahead and do that. Alright, and that's been everything. I want to thank everybody for joining on into this video. If I missed something or if any details have come out on Twitter that I have forgotten that they may have clarified on there, please drop them in the comment section down below. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are excited. Tomorrow, we will be recording a Escanor summon video, so please stay tuned for that. I'm going to go crazy on that banner. I have about 200 pulls ready. I'm probably only going to go until the 180, so like the second 50-50, the second like guaranteed SSR, and get the 120 along the way. And from there, I'm probably gonna call it, because I do want to keep saving for like future characters. But I hope I'll be able to get Escanor with a dupe, or maybe even 2 if we're getting really lucky. Alright, I want to thank everybody so much for joining on in. I hope to see you guys there. It's BO's Aiming519. Bye bye.